storyteller, TAHIRA, has always dreamed of taking her stories abroad. Thanks to a little help from the Delaware Division of the Arts and a push from her daughter, TAHIRA's dream has come true. And now she has an amazing story to tell.
When will people, for the sake of love and the sake of democracy?
Students at the William Henry Middle School in Dover are learning that change doesn't come easy.
So I just wanted to share with them stories in history in which the law was wrong. Everyday people, students, teachers stood up across this country many, many times in the face of injustice. And in standing up, they were breaking the law. That sometimes it is necessary for everyday people to risk their freedom.
And the students who are studying civil disobedience seem to relate to the stories.
I always say that if you tell somebody a fact, you know, they may remember it. You tell them the truth, they may believe it. But if you tell them a story, it will live in their hearts forever.
TAHIRA has been telling stories with audiences for more than 20 years, a profession she didn't even know existed.
I was at the Please Touch Museum in Philadelphia, and I saw a storyteller. A year and a half later, I quit my job in corporate America, you know, insurance, and I started doing it full time.
TAHIRA first fell in love with storytelling as a child while listening to her father.
He used to go to schools and show his films, talk about things about culture, talk about things about history, and then have a Q&A at the end. He was deeply committed to that. And that drove his travels to the Caribbean and to Ghana.
TAHIRA was recently selected to represent the National Association of Black Storytellers at an international conference in Ghana. Her lifelong dream to visit the country her father told her so much about was close at hand, but the opportunity came with a financial challenge.
I'm invited to perform there in West Africa at a Pan-African festival. And my daughter was like, "You have got to be kidding me, Mom. You cannot say no to this." On our vision board in our kitchen is a picture of Ghana that is my symbol. It's just in the corner, nothing no elaborate, that always reminds me daily that that's what I want to do.
So she turned for help and applied for a grant.
The Delaware Division of Arts is an awesome organization. They have a grant called the Opportunity Grant for artists to apply for.
Getting the Delaware Division of Arts grant was the first step. Next, raise the rest of the funds, which she did through a crowdsourcing campaign suggested by her daughter. From there, it was on to Ghana.
It was life transforming. And one of my performances was at the Cape Castle dungeons, where Africans were shackled and put into rooms like slabs of cattle. And I thought, this is going to be so difficult. I just knew it was. I said, this is going to be so difficult. And I tell you, with every section that we went in, I felt stronger and stronger and stronger. And in that room, I felt like a giant. I felt like a giant. And I kept screaming, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." They never thought we would survive.
The trip also gave her a chance to search for the man she calls her brother, a man her father met and affectionately adopted during his visit to Ghana.
I thought, wow, Daddy, you know, I would just say to him, what if I could go and find justice? Now, I don't know if he's in Ghana. Ghana a country, not a town. What if I could connect with justice?
Armed with a picture of her brother, TAHIRA asked almost everyone she came in contact with if they knew him. Interestingly, the one person she didn't ask, the owner of the hotel where she stayed, had the answer.
And she picked up a phone, called one person. "You got Justice's number? Hold on, somebody wants to talk to you." And she handed me the phone, and I said, "Justice." And that's all I said, and he said my name. I got to manifest the intention that I said I was going to do without even knowing the how. And that's the power. That's the power of when you're connected to the divine.
TAHIRA's storytelling career has taken her beyond school auditoriums and events. She shared how she was invited to the Delaware Coalition Against Domestic Violence Conference to teach health practitioners how storytelling can help patients in their healing process.